Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Hi, hello. What's up, taste buds? It's your girl, ilinsterr, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Taste Bud Club. Alrighty, guys. If I had one word to sum up this entire week, I think I would categorize it something as a roller coaster because that's exactly what it was. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Anything that ends with Lee at the end, I probably felt that this week. But that's all in the past now. It's a brand new week, it's a brand new day, and we are so excited to be here today right in front of this camera talking to you guys. So I'm super excited. I hope you all had a great week regardless and that you have been taking great care of yourselves. So that's all that matters. I feel like every time I sit down and do one of these, I get to reflect back on the week and see all the amazing things that we got to consume and enjoy. And so it just brings me a little bit of joy to be able to bring that to you guys as well, regardless of what's going on outside of all this. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alrighty, so this week we actually started off the week visiting Share Tea. I honestly didn't know that it was National Boba Day until like the day after, and so I actually went and visited them the day before. Share Tea is located on San Pedro and Montgomery. I was just really craving something refreshing after the gym that day, and so I just stopped by because one of my friends actually owns the spot, so I just stopped by, supported them. So if you haven't been to Share Tea, it is one of the many boba options that we have here in Albuquerque, and I think like the coffee scene, the boba scene here, there's plenty to choose from, a cup of tea for everyone. So with Share Tea, I actually came and I got the honey lemonade with aloe vera. Share Tea was the first stop on the list for this week. Kind of unintentional. It was just like on the way home from the gym, so we just made a pit stop there. But if you haven't heard of them or checked them out, definitely go do so. Okay, so next up later in that week, or I think it may have been the same day, I honestly don't remember anymore because all my days and my months and my weeks all get mixed up. So one of my close friends actually invited me over for dinner. Like, I am so thankful for all these people in my life for always feeding me. Like, you guys are the real MVPs. Like, I always tell you guys this, like, in every single episode, but like, I am so thankful for the people that either feed me, remind me to eat, or remind me to drink water because those are the three types of people that I always need in my life. As the foodie that I am, I do forget to eat or drink sometimes, and it's kind of not good. Like, I think the other day I had like 2 cups of coffee and a croissant, and I didn't really eat anything until like 5 or 6 p.m. And so I think that was not a very great idea on my part. But with that being said, so one of my close friends actually invited me over for dinner, and I have been waiting for this exact moment to humbly brag about him. And I think today is definitely the day, and I am so excited because this friend of mine picked it up as a hobby and now it's like his little passion project kind of thing, and I think that's super cool. And so that friend is the pizza guy John, and I'm gonna put his Instagram right here so you guys can go check him out, give him a follow. So if you're into all that pizza stuff, go ahead, drop him a follow, subscribe to his channel, tell him I sent you. Maybe I'll give you a cookie if you do. But with that being said, I remember the very first time I tried his pizza and I was literally blown away. My life has been changed since that day. I don't think any other pizza compares to his because the dough he makes is like absolutely top tier. His pizza is really good. I'm not really sure what he made this time, but pretty much there was one with tomato on it and jalapeno, and then there was a regular cheese, and then I think there may have been a pepperoni one somewhere. I can't wait until the next time to enjoy more of his pizza because that thing was super delicious and I absolutely loved it. We also revisited Satellite Coffee again this week because the last time I was in there, they advertised about a lavender cream cold brew, and I actually wanted to give that a try, so that's exactly what we did this week. And to be honest, I was not a huge fan of this lavender cream cold brew. They sold me at the fact that there was lavender and cold brew, but with this one, it was too florally for my taste. And if you guys didn't know, May is actually Asian American Pacific Islander month. For this month, I am going to try to support mainly Asian owned businesses. And so to start that off this month, I actually revisited one of my favorite Thai spots here in town called Krung Thai, and they are located literally right next to the Flying Star Manol location. And this spot has been around for as long as I can remember. Krung Thai actually just had a recent change in ownership, and so I was super curious to see if everything was going to be the same. So I actually stopped by and got the chicken pad thai with no peanuts and just chili flakes on the side. Despite the change in ownership, I think that the recipe was still the same. Everything still tasted great, which I was kind of nervous about because usually most spots, when they have a change in ownership, there's always something that they mess up or if it's not the same anymore, and it's a little bit disappointing. But I think with them, they got that nailed down. So I am super excited to see them still thrive and grow as well. Speaking on the AAPI month for this month, I forgot to mention I am also going to do a running highlight of AAPI owned spots on my Instagram. And so for this month, any spot that I do go try, I am going to highlight it on that little highlight right there. And I am also going to dig through my old archive stories and whatnot to contribute to that as well. So if you're interested and want to check out all these amazing Asian owned, AAPI owned spots here in Albuquerque, definitely go check out that highlight, and maybe, who knows, you might find a new favorite that you might enjoy, and then you can just share it with everyone you know. On that front, I actually stopped by another Asian owned spot here in town this week. That's like 2 for 2, so I'm really proud of myself. So this week, I actually got to go revisit Windmill Tea House, and if you haven't been or checked them out yet, I definitely highly recommend you do so because they're like one of the top 3 boba spots here in town that I'd recommend. Windmill Tea House is located on Hontabo and Montgomery, and they're in the El Dorado High School area. So if you're in that area, definitely go check them out. And I usually like getting their Thai green milk tea with half sugar and brown sugar boba. And I think that it is the perfect balance of creaminess and sweetness because you do reduce down the sweetness level, and the brown sugar boba adds that sweetness level right back, but it's not like too sweet to begin with on my end. But you are more than welcome to customize it to however you like. But with that being said, if you haven't checked out Windmill Tea House yet, definitely go do that. Add that to your bucket list. One of my top 3 favorite boba spots here in Albuquerque, and I think that's definitely saying a lot, honestly. But we actually stopped by Michael Thomas yet again this week, and I think it's kind of dangerous that they are right by UNM, and that's exactly where I work. And I think just rediscovering this gem here in the Nob Hill area has unlocked something that may be potentially dangerous to my bank account. But this week we still got the iced vanilla oat latte, and if I didn't mention this last time, that's like my go-to staple for any coffee spot, new or old. I think it's like a classic. So if you haven't checked out Michael Thomas at all, definitely go do so, because any spot that comes up more than once in these episodes, I think you should definitely take the hint and go check them out. Okay, so later in the week, we actually had a potluck at work, and pretty much it was a Cinco de Mayo themed party kind of thing, and we were to bring a little bit of everything. Majority of what people brought was chips and queso, chips and salsa, chips and wok, a ton of dessert, honestly, and green chili chicken enchiladas. And there was a little bit of Frito pie casserole up in there. And your girl over here did the one thing she does best, which was make a charcuterie board. And so, as you can see here, this is her lovely creation, and I enjoy putting these together. But overall, there was a ton of food, a good time, and one of the few reasons to not work for a couple hours and just enjoy the food, the company, and all that fun stuff. And then last but not least, me and my friends actually went out to Gravity Bound this past weekend. I'm not even sure what day it was anymore, honestly, but we stopped by Gravity Bound, hung out there. I didn't know that Gravity Bound and Farm and Table, two lovely spots here in Albuquerque, did a collab together for a drink. And so the drink that they collabed on is actually called Little Berry on the Farm, and I thought the name was the cutest little thing. And if you know me, I tend to gravitate towards things with cute names. So not only did it taste good, or did the name sounded really cute, I thought it was like the perfect little combination. It had tasting notes of blackberry and lemon, but I thought this cute little collab was absolutely amazing and it tasted really good. Perfect for the summer day. So the featured food truck at Gravity Bound that night was New Mexico. So New Mexico is one of the many barbecue trucks that we have here in Albuquerque, and so they were posted up at Gravity Bound that night. The last time that I got that grilled cheese and it was like super amazing, and so I was super excited to try out another menu item this time. And so this time we actually got the smoked brisket birria French dip. We also got the Three Little Pigs Cubano. Last but not least, we got the Frito pie. Let me tell you, this box was so hefty to the point that like it's like a little newborn little baby. It was so jam packed. I felt like I didn't even make a dent in that dish that night because there was so much going on, and I actually brought it home with me to eat for the next day. Alrighty, guys. Well, that honestly concludes it for this entire week. We actually got through the week. We made it, and that's all that matters. But if you like what you saw today and want to keep seeing more, don't forget to drop me a follow on Instagram, hit that subscribe button to join the Taste Bud Club, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on all the fun. But that's it for now, and until next time, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!